globally, we have at least 17 wicked problems: wars of conquest, civil trade wars, the risk of massive breakdowns of infrastructure, finance and supply chains, climate change and pollution, growing inequalities, automation job loss, extreme crime, corruption, and inefficiencies, social divide, recessions and bubbles popping, monetary instability due to having printed so much money that we then had inflation, also caused by other things, true, and costs are exploding. I'm not done yet. We have misdirected incentives, insufficient accountability, hidden agendas, overaging, and insufficient intergenerational justice. We have good intentions, including with like the climate summits, but we all know that's not sufficient. And we do know also that the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Now, normally our presidents or prime ministers should start committees to fix the root issues that we have in Western capitalism. However, be it due to the many crises and the media with their distractions or corruption, this has not been done. Therefore, we've contacted dozens of professors and PhDs, collected and ranked all of the significant problems, extensively analyzed them, studied the existing solution suggestions, along with the top socioeconomic models, and we came up with our own solution suggestions that we've been discussing with top experts for 2 years. The result is potentialism, because one of the keys is to allow everyone to reach their maximal potential. It's also called PerConFlow. For the top 3 properties that are the highest predictors for success in life: perseverance, conscientiousness. Now, conscientiousness is, for the rich, is called more like passion combined with grit or perseverance. And the third is flow state. The gigantic nature of our problems urges us to shift economies quickly with massive top-down changes. Our proposal is to eliminate all false incentives, most crime, and all corruption by having each person and company get paid only by either the government or the community. Wait a minute, you may have a conflict there, but just hear me out. Based on net benefit value, we call it NBV, of their work. It's calculated by competing AIs, or alternatively, as voted by colleagues and managers. Beyond that, we would automate as much as possible, but with AIs, keeping prices and wages high and redistribute the profits fairly to those who need it, paying a low universal basic income if necessary, UBI, and towards innovations. We would optimize our science to accept and pursue bigger ideas towards practical R&D and resolve bottlenecks. I'm not done. AIs would also help innovate and govern by gathering and assessing facts and helping human expert teams ideate and create sets of optimal strategies for the top scenarios without space for corruption. So please note that I said the AIs would help human expert teams. Now, these expert teams would replace politicians and ministers and synthesize the best objective and scientific strategy elements for each situation and guarantee an efficient and maximally ethical governance of the political middle without hidden agendas, all towards a high-tech future. The electorate would vote to tell their priorities in the various categories instead, picking from trade-offs, how to invest money, how to avoid recessions. Everybody would have to reinvest much of their money, which would probably be turned into a central bank digital currency, making it hard to pay bribes. Also, social and household work would be paid just as lifelong learning, practicing and coaching and mentoring each other, creating many, many caring jobs, along with many high-tech jobs, thus exploiting our creativity and our creative potential instead of nature. Competition would be reduced to mostly the personal and team levels, while educating and training people would how to work together maximally efficiently and effectively while avoiding or resolving conflicts. This is probably the first comprehensive analysis of the top problems with solutions for all of them at the same time, introducing introductory strategies to get us there. It can even be introduced overnight. If you don't know a better solution, please support us, either financially or at least by liking, sharing, and subscribing in social media. Without support, this completely altruistic proposal, probably the only one that could save us, won't become reality, and things will just get worse, and millions more will die needlessly. By the way, if you don't like parts of it, you can just take our concept and change what you don't like into something better. And we're always open to improvement suggestions. So I hope to hear from you soon. I'm Jessica Ashe in support of PerConFlow. Thanks for listening.